got just 45 runs on the last 5 overs. So do you think that made the difference? Because at one stage you looked like you were crossing 200 or something like that.
Look, I still feel 192. I mean, we got a little less in the last 5 overs. Ideally, with 5 overs, you want to be getting 50, 60. But if Russell and I get out, it's hard to score those boundaries. You can't expect the tailenders to do it for us. So we were probably 10 runs. We could have scored 10 runs, 12 runs more. But more importantly, I think even if we had scored 200, we didn't bowl well enough to defend it. And I think that's a better way to look at it.
Yeah.
Is that a bit of a surprise considering that India, even this season, has had enough in its bowling arsenal to sort of back themselves to defend the score like 190 odd, but you got to a situation where you've not been able to defend a 200 plus and 190.
I think that's been the name of the game in IPL, where teams are chasing down bigger totals, because a little bit of dew settling in, the ball coming straight onto the bat, so it's hard to bowl some variations in and almost literally miss hits, go for a 6. So it can be hard on a bowler as well. Having said that, I think when you score 190, 200, you are expected as a team to defend it, and we did that against Delhi. Wasn't so much today.
Rajiv.
After 2 wins, you got a rhythm. So do you think that this loss will hamper?
Ideally, if we had won today, it would have been great because it would have been 4 wins and 2 losses. But having said that, 3-3 is doesn't sound great, doesn't sound too bad either. So we're just in the middle of the tournament where we're just dilly-dallying. It's important that we pick ourselves up and keep getting better.
Yeah.
Do you think that had it been a full match, result would have been different? I mean, they would have taken it by down, they would have taken it.
That's a hard one to say. We needed 2 wickets at that stage, and then then you start putting pressure on them. It was important to get Gale and KL early, and that was something that I was really wishing would happen. But they played some good shots and they got away. So it's hard for me to predict what would have happened. But yes, I mean it was interesting that at that stage when the play was stopped, they needed about 8 runs an over. But after the Duckworth-Lewis method, suddenly they come back and it's like 6 runs an over, run a ball. I mean that was a little surprising. When ideally, if it had been a 20-over game, they were needing 8 runs an over. So if you had got 2 quick wickets, the run rate would have slowly kept going if you had bowled well. But suddenly, after the rain, we come back and they say they didn't run a ball. I didn't understand that part of it, but I'm sure Duckworth-Lewis has been something that people are trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Was losing the toss a factor in the match?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, if we had won the toss, we would have bowled first again. So that might have helped. But I still think we put up a decent total on the board. It was probably par or just about par, and we didn't bowl well enough. If we had picked up a few wickets, things would have been very different.
Yeah, coming back to previous question, so do you think that this thing should be addressed? I mean, like Duckworth and all. I mean that thing. I mean.
Yeah, I've always thought that the BJD is an Indian method, and it's an Indian domestic tournament. So why not think about it in the future? I mean, it's been proven that that's also a really good method. We use it in domestic cricket. Only for IPL we seem to use Duckworth-Lewis. So why not think about BJD method even here and promote it?
Last.
Do you think that bowling after the rain was more difficult than earlier?
Actually, if you want me to be honest, I think we bowled better now after we came back. Mavi bowled a great over. Piyush bowled, the first ball went for a 6, but after that he bowled 3 good balls. So out of the 10 balls that we bowled, 2 6s were hit, but the 8 in between were pretty good. So I would say that we bowled pretty well after the rain actually.
Thank you.